Good morning. Welcome back to Sumner Acre. My name is Mackenzie. Let's go do some farm chores and get on with our day. Good morning. Good morning, sweetness. Good morning. Oof. How rude. Alright. So I am getting Vegas all fed this morning. So she gets a fly medication in the morning because, go figure, I would have a horse that's allergic to flies. And then she has MSM, which is great for her joints and, helping her arthritis not progress. So I just add a little over half a bottle of water in with her feed to mix in her supplement and her meds. Delicious. So she's actually been doing really well. Like I said in the last vlog, it was purely feels like an act of God. Our local vet kind of told me to retire her from being ridden. Had that gut instinct of, you know what, maybe I should get a second opinion. Nothing against the vet because she's incredible. But I mean, it doesn't hurt to get a second opinion. Second opinion, they more specialize in horses, and they told me she's completely fine to be ridden for like what I do, which is not hard at all. Just, till we get her x-rays, give her a little Butte if you're gonna ride. Butte is basically like their version of Tylenol for us. And then also work on saddle fit. It's been a whole mess with saddle fit, nutrients, all that stuff. I'll go into detail at some point today talking about it, but I have two saddles. This one I'm gonna sell. This is my newest saddle. It's a lot lighter than this one and it's lesser quality, but it seems like she really likes that one, so we're gonna keep the Santa Fe saddle. So let's go inside and do some work because this is going to be like a multi-day vlog. She likes to pick and choose where she eats, either out here or in there. Well, I am very, very excited. I just ordered my new camera. It is a Sony Alpha 6300, so it's a little older camera, but I'm buying it used on the Mercari. I've had a lot of good luck on the Mercari thing, and it's coming with 2 lenses, and so I'm really excited because then I could work back into photography and stuff like that, use it for Instagram. But basically I'm done with work for today. I think I'm gonna relax a little bit before I start cleaning the kitchen. Alright, so this is my new camera. Hope it looks okay. Sorry for the puffy face. It's been a stressful day so far. Hasn't been the greatest. So yeah, it definitely feels weird not being able to see myself, but probably that's gonna be a good thing, so I can keep looking at the camera instead of above or to the side or anything like that. So this is the camera. I'm really excited. Here, let's test the autofocus. Look at this little guy. He is absolutely adorable. Alright, so this is the new camera. I hope you guys think it's okay. It's definitely weird not being able to like see where I'm at, so hopefully I'm in focus. But I think it'll be good because I think I'll be focusing more in the lens than off to the side or up top or anything like that. And then I've just been filming in the past with my iPhone. I have the iPhone 13 Pro Max. But I'm really excited to have a camera, especially like for, you know, photography, getting back into photography, but also, you know, having better quality video. Came with a case. Hopefully I'm in frame. And then it did come with this bigger lens. I don't know what exactly it is, but it looks like a bigger one, so I need to test this out and see what it's like. And then it came with like a little reflector thing to put on there, so I'm excited. I'm like really excited to have the opportunity to do photography and stuff like that again, because I really have a passion for it, and I think it'd just go well with the lifestyle I live. But so I want to show you something. So if you don't know, I am a Daily Grace Co. affiliate. Also, don't look at my nails. I need to do them. I'll show you after I'm done with them. I'm a Daily Grace Co. affiliate, and what that means is I do make commission, but I also have a discount code for you guys. So this is the discount code. I'll have it linked below as well. Use code SumnerAcre to get a percentage off. When I am filming this, let me check my email so I can get info for you. I know the Dollar Days is back. So Dollar Days is back this week. It is, you get like deeply discounted. So my discount actually stacks on top. So you can get Christ-centered resources starting at $2, $3, $4, and $5, but you could also stack my coupon. I'm gonna show you some newer things that I actually received in the mail, and then show you a few of my other ones. So this is one of the newer ones. So this is the story of the Bible, the promise, the problem, and the promise. So this is like a children's book, and that's what it looks like. So it is basically the story of Adam and Eve. I am excited to find one of my friends to have, because we don't have kids right now. So I'm gonna give them one of this, but this is on the website. I'll have all these things that I'm talking about linked below. I also received this right here. It is, I'm thinking they maybe have changed up their Bible studies, or maybe these are just different in themselves. But this is Peaks and Valleys, Learning to Look to Christ in Life's Highs and Lows, which I'm really excited to start this one. So basically, I really like how it has like a really pretty cover, so you could have it as a coffee table book, and it's spiral bound. So it is really, their Bible studies are always like absolutely stunning. So I think it says week 1, the son of Jesse, and then like the memory verse is Psalm 27:8. So it gives you like info to read, but also it does have places where you can write, and so that's kind of the gist of their Bible study. So we have Peaks and Valleys, which, do you struggle with connecting Old Testament narratives to the gospel of Jesus Christ? Do you wonder why David's life is included in the greater story of Scripture? As Christians, we strive to read the Bible from the beginning to the end, but often we can feel disconnected from the events and characters of the Old Testament. We can feel uncertain about how they point to God and salvation. As you study the life of David, you will walk away with a greater understanding on how David's life points to our need for a greater perfect king, the one who came to offer us salvation in him. So that is peaks and valleys. Then we have James, the steadfast life. Same thing, pursuing joy in suffering, displaying good works by faith, seeking wisdom and truth. These are all things that we desire to do as believers. The book of James shows us we can submit ourselves to God and live in such a way that displays grace given to us through Christ. So those are 2 newer Bible studies. Now, these are a little different than I've ever gotten. So there's 2 books here. In the Grip of His Grace, How God's Unchanging Character Fuels Our Faithfulness. And it is a collection of essays from the Daily Grace Co. So, it is really, I've read a couple of them, very beautiful writing and really pretty inside. It's really they're essays. So kinda you would think of what you have in devotionals and stuff like that. Specifically kind of reminds me of one, trying to look, Coffee with God is kind of what I was getting from this, is that devotional that I have. Draw Near to God, a collection of liturgies, prayers, and blessings. Another really pretty coffee table book. And yeah, so just another thing, just has really pretty writing in it. For those who resist contentment, for those who feel weary, for those who feel helpless about well-being of a loved one, for those who just struggle with disordered eating. Read that later. And then these are the Bible studies I'm more familiar with. So most of these I actually bought myself. This one I got sent. It is Walking Away from Anxiety and Into God's Word. Once again, really pretty, beautiful coffee table books. And essentially the same thing as what I showed you in the other ones. They just have, your reading areas, but also where you write. And this one is there hope in Christ for us when anxiety swells within. We find peace in God when our circumstances are anything but peaceful. The answer to these questions is yes. So it is well. This one I highly recommend for any new believers. This is Preaching the Gospel to Yourself. So essentially how the gospel transforms everyday life. Esther, Seeing God When He is Silent. The Lord's Prayer. So a study in Matthew chapter 6. This one's a good one for newer believers. And then More Than Anything, Loving God Above Everything Else. So you can see a little tab here. My husband and I, we need to get back into it, but we started doing this as our combined Bible study. I think that's a really good one to read for a couple, because you're supposed to love God more than your spouse and more than anything else. So yeah, there's those. And then I will show you, I don't know if it's in stock yet. If it is, I will link it, but I'll show you my Bible that I have. So this is my Bible. I added some things. I'm very big into adding things. This is the Story of Redemption Bible. This is my dream Bible. Okay. So it has sections where you can take notes. And so right here is scripture. But down here, it still has the commentary. So it is a good Bible for both. For someone who wants to read, but also wants to take notes. So this one, I really enjoy this one. This one I got from Daily Grace Co. So I'll have this linked below. Hopefully it's in stock, but I'll have it linked either way, and you can just sign up. And that's another one of those things where you can use my discount code. But lately, I have been using this one. I don't know if this Bible is on Daily Grace Co. I know it's on Amazon, and I'll have it linked. I've been diving back into the She Reads Truth Bible. Just because it's just a little more simpler. I tend to dwell on taking notes, so I'm just trying to read, and so that's what I'm doing. Past couple days I've been in the book of Psalms, and today I read Psalm 17. Yesterday I read 10 Psalms, so I read 7 today. So I'm really enjoying this one. I really like it because it has some good commentary, like blurbs, not necessarily like commentary, but just like thought blurbs, I guess. But I really like it, like something like this. So definitely just something a little different. And I have many Bibles, so I tend to bounce around quite a bit when it comes to my Bibles. And so probably next week I'll be back in the Daily Grace Co. one taking physical notes. I have a Hosanna Revival, you know, I have a bunch. If you want me to do a Bible haul, I think I have like 17 different Bibles, and I can tell you the pros and cons of some. But yeah, so that's all for the Daily Grace Co. I did get a really cute tote. I'll show you. Got this really cute tote. Actually took this with me to the doctor yesterday. His Mercies are new every morning, so you can get that off the Daily Grace Co. I'll make sure to link that as well. I took that with me because I had a doctor's appointment yesterday. I took like the supplements and stuff and with me and like my husband, and we were just talking about my anxiety and hypochondria. It's very exhausting if you don't know, and I hope you don't know. And so I was working with her, and I think it's kind of were eased significantly. I slept so good last night. My doctor wanted me to take off for the rest of the week of work, and we're just recharging, resetting, you know, trying to help my brain just kind of calm down. And also I am starting my health and fitness journey as of today. I'm gonna be better about working out. We're gonna get the garage clean since all the chicks are outside now, and also eating clean. I've been stuck on trying to do keto, carnivore, stuff like that, but she recommended trying to eat clean. She didn't really seem upset about keto or carnivore or anything like that. She's really a chill, kind of natural style doctor, which is really cool. And faith. She's a woman of faith. And so she just kind of said for me and like my eating habits and disordered eating, clean eating is going to be the best for me. And this is probably too much information. I think I am going to go ahead and make my lunch and prep my husband's lunch. He's working here in town, so he'll be home. I'm just going to make a salad, and then he'll have his meat and stuff ready for when he gets home. And then after that, I think I'm going to do my nails and then start cleaning the kitchen. But also the cookies and stuff that I made, I have all those recipes linked below. The chocolate chip and the red velvet cake mix cookies. They were delicious, by the way. Everything went well. I took my nails off from girls' night just because I didn't put on my thumb one correctly. There was a little bubble, and I did not want moisture getting in there and getting a greeny. So I'm gonna redo that. And then I can show you the new bag that I got for my gel polish. Maybe I'll show you doing my nails. We'll see. Okay, I'm hungry, and that's all I can think about right now. Okay, don't mind the dog in the background running around. I got this big bag off of Amazon. So I'm really excited because, so here is the front opening. I'll have this link below. And I do have like a nail idea list on Amazon if you want to check it out. I have like all my stuff I use for my nails. Here I just keep where I put like my buffing blocks and nail files. And then this is where I keep all my like nail tips. I guess you can see that down here, but this is where it has a little plastic thing. So I keep like my little buffing blocks and then my nail files, which I'll have those linked. And then these are my nail tips that I use. I really like these. They're etched on the inside, and I found I had different sizes, but this one is the one I'm gonna use today. It is the extra small almond, and so I'm gonna use these. I'm gonna grab that. And then it came with these 2 bags. So this is where I keep all my stuff, and then here's more colors. I'm thinking, I did a cat eye, but I'm really into like they're called glass nails. So basically for glass nails, you take a black coat. I use the Model 1s, Model Ones, I don't know how you say it, but you take a black coat, get it nice and opaque in the bottom. Then you take a silver type of cat eye nail polish that you use with the little magnets, and you put that on top, and then you kind of do a certain design. I'll show you how to do it, and you can leave it at that. I'm gonna see if I can find, I kind of want like a red maybe. This is the nail glue. I do the Gel-X nails, so I'm gonna get this out, my base coat, and my top coat. What I might do is grab this 0240, and you just do a really thin layer. This is really opaque, so I might dig around and see if I can find more of a jelly looking one instead of super opaque or not. That one's really deep. I might use this one and just thin it out. So for up top, this is where I keep my lamp. So this is my curing lamp, the Sun UV. I have this linked. And also I keep, this is like my Flash Cure little nail lamp. And I keep my nail drill by Melody Susie in here, and then I'm gonna grab my thing of brushes since I'm gonna be doing some mixing. I'm gonna get this stuff out, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and move this thing, but it does have side pockets. Over here is where I keep my acetone. So
the counterpart of Jeffrey Epstein. No, she's got favorite escorts. She's picking out different escorts. And come to find out, she's been cheating on her husband throughout this. No, bro. Cassie's husband is finding out that he's getting cheated on in the most diabolical ways in the courtroom. For myself all the time. Like, who was I before we decided to be together? I never knew it could be like this. How do you have me this way? LOL, what do you mean? I'm so happy that we fell in love.
So I did my first hand. I don't know if you can kind of see it. Here, let me use my phone flashlight. So this is what the glass nails look like. Obviously it's not perfect, but it's something. So I'm going to show you how I did it. I'm going to show you this first part. So obviously you do your base coat, cover this, cure, and then I do 2 coats of black on your nails, obviously cure, and then once that's done I will come back and show you how to do this. Okay, so I have my black polish, and so I'm just going to show you on my thumb because it's going to be easier. So separate these magnets while I can. You're gonna take your silver cat eye gel and paint it on and try to get as close as you can to the edges. You don't want like a super incredibly thick, like you don't want it glumpy or glumpy, is that even a word? Like super thick. You just want a nice even coat, just kind of like that. And then you're going to take your magnet, and what I do, I have 2 different magnets because I have different kinds. I'm gonna push all of my sparkles away. So it kind of looks like that. And then I'm going to start kind of pushing them in a little bit so you can kind of see what it's doing here. And then I'm gonna do it over here and then kind of still try to push. It's really hard to do. So kind of like that, I can kind of see. And I'm gonna flash curl this, cure this. So got those done. So now I am taking kind of a deep red. Now this isn't a jelly color. I am just taking as much as I can off the brush, and I am doing as thin of a coat as I can that still gives me the red color, and also trying to make it as even as possible, covering as much of the black. Obviously I'm painting with my left hand, so it's not gonna be great. Probably should have demonstrated with the better hand. But yeah, you can kind of see there's just a red hue. I'm gonna add a little bit more over here. When you shift it, there's a red hue to it. So I'm gonna do the rest. So these nails are done. You kind of get the gist. Of course, I think I'm inside, so you're not gonna get the full, yeah, kind of right there, but they kind of have a little glass sheen. But my camera is about to die. Alright, so I'm actually going to end this vlog here. I'm currently in the mode of editing it, and I realized that I did not end it, so I'm going to end it here. And I'm thinking, since everything is super easy for me with having a camera now, and I can balance like the short form content a little bit better with having a phone and then having a separate camera for YouTube, my plan is for sure every Friday for uploads, but there may be more throughout the week. So like maybe Mondays and Fridays. We will see how things go, but for sure Fridays. Don't hold me to Mondays yet, but I'm really wanting to try to start picking up making videos for you guys. If you have any homesteading or lifestyle video requests, please leave them in the comments below so I can do them for you guys. And it doesn't have to always be vlogs, you know, I could do sit down videos as well. And if you want to check out anything from the Daily Grace Co., I have all those linked below. They have their Memorial Day sale going on right now, and you can stack my code Sumner Acre on top of it. I have my nail stuff linked below and my other Amazon list. And if you haven't already, subscribe, like, and follow me on my other social medias. I have a goal to get to 10,000 followers on TikTok. I'm at 8,000, over 8,000 by August 4th, which is my birthday. I will be 31. And yeah, so don't forget to like, subscribe, take care of yourself, take care of your brain, and I hope you're having a wonderful day and a happy Friday, and I'll see you guys maybe Monday, but for sure Friday. Bye guys.